also have the home debut of marvelous Max Scherzer tonight. So lots cooking. Privileged to be a part of it and to share the afternoon commute with you today. Good afternoon, Evan. How are you today, kid?
That's what I love about today. The two aces in New York City
we got one ace
on the mound tonight.
And by the way, neither guy's pitched like an ace yet.
Right.
Max has, of course, battled through that first inning, his last start, like a pro does, and didn't give up any runs in that particular inning. But it's early, it's April, blah, blah, blah. It's a tale of two cities in a way. I think not the day game, the Tyler McGill game, because it wasn't expected. It's at 3 o'clock, and he has been, I think, their best pitcher 2 games.
Hasn't allowed a run yet.
Yeah, he's like the nasty Nestor of the Met rotation. But tonight, I think, is a bit of an event, I think, for Met fans because Max represents all the things that, you hope he, what his career is. And first chance to see him in person, I think tonight's a big game.
I think they're going to get a big crowd tonight.
Me too. I think 30,000 plus.
Yeah, I get that sense as a season ticket holder where sometimes I list my tickets so I get an idea of what the market is. There's a market for tonight. And what's crazy about that is tonight is not a baseball weather kind of night.
It's going to be 40 degrees and windy.
Yeah, I brought my long johns. Like, I have it in my office, and about 5 o'clock, if you want me to do it in front of you, I have no problem doing it.
Pass on that, sir.
I'm going to change into my long johns. So it is a cold, cold night, but I think for the Met fans tonight, there's an excitement. We got this toy for Christmas.
Yep.
We've had a chance to sort of play with the toy.
Vroom.
But tonight, we get a chance to really play with that toy, to see that toy up close and personal. So tonight's like a mini event out at Citi Field.
I also think it's an early test. Listen, 7-3 versus 7-2. San Fran won 107 games last year, and they're off to a hot start again. So it's a good early season test. Like, how good are we, right? The Nationals are not expected to do much this year. So winning that series was expected, doing what you're supposed to do. The Phillies are supposed to be good this year, so that, of course, is a good series win. And, beating the Diamondbacks at home, again, expected, right? So here's a good test, playing against a very good baseball team. And I think tonight, forget about the Tyler McGill game, and I'm saying that respectfully. I recognize, he's been money good so far. And the game counts. It's at 3 o'clock, and, the building's going to be empty because it's the makeup for yesterday. But I do think there's going to be a buzz tonight because it's Max Scherzer.
No doubt.
As I said to you off air,
no doubt.
Being a 7-3 team, means something. It's why there's an electricity in the building because, hey, off to a really good start.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy about that? If the Mets go quickly, lose 3 in a row, and the Yankees win 3 in a row,
it flips.
It flips immediately.
Yeah. So in the moment,
yeah.
Listen, in the moment, Yankee fans are all ticked off, rightfully so. You're a 500 baseball team. Met fans are all happy. You're a first-place baseball team.
Right.
And it's as simple as that. And that's baseball season.
But you know what, Craig? Last year, not just for a week and a half, but for months, that was the story in this town. The Mets were a first-place team.
Right.
4 months. And the Yankees were this frustrating, rip your hair out, they're not scoring enough runs kind of team. And when the season ended, the New York Mets finished under 500, and the New York Yankees certainly didn't live up to the expectations that the fans had, but they won 92 games and made the playoffs. Things can change quickly, but in this moment, the Met fan is giddy and excited. I know I am. And the Yankee fan is pissed. That's really the way to define a Yankee fan. They're just pissed right now.
Here's what's interesting. The Yankee fan is pissed because we're hearing the same crap we heard most of, if not all of last year. I think we're better than how we've played. We're going to break through. I see guys getting bad, blah, 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 right? And that's my main man, Aaron Boone, this guy saying all that. And it hasn't changed. But tonight's interesting because he's on the mound again tonight. Can you guys check the weather forecast for me in Detroit tonight?
Cold.
It's worse than it is here.
Cold. It was snowing in Detroit yesterday.
So, listen, this will be Gerrit Cole's 3rd start of the season. His ERA is over 5. He had an excuse day 1. Well, Billy Crystal messed up my mojo by delaying my start by 4 minutes, right? He's had an excuse in his 2nd game. Whatever the hell it was, I don't remember, okay? But here you are against a team that you believe you're better than. Whether you are or not, who the hell knows? It's 10 games into the season. I don't know what point this statement will ring true to you, but how many starts does your ace get before you acknowledge he's not your ace.
Well, let me
And I don't know the number.
Let me counter your question with a very interesting question related to Gerrit Cole and related to Yankee fans right now. What are you more worried about? Gerrit Cole or this crappy offense?
Great question. 1 and 1A. To be fair, Gerrit Cole's not been great. The offense has not been great.
Because right now at 5-5, the Yankees starting pitching, even despite Gerrit Cole not pitching to the standards we have for him, the Yankees starting pitching's been outstanding. May not be going deep into games, but nobody's going deep into games. Their pitching's been great. They can't score runs.
Right.
As you get set for this series against Detroit and a series against Cleveland and this season rolls on, ask yourself this. You have been the president of the panic button on Gerrit Cole. You're the guy, and I understand why.
Yeah,
I'm not even arguing with
it.
But their offense sucks.
I agree.
Their offense was bad last year. Their offense through 10 games, yes, it's only 10 games, has also been bad. So I put you on the spot. What are you more worried about?
I can't answer the question. It's 1 and 1A. I'm tired of the rhetoric, though, and I'm looking forward to tonight's game. I know you'll be locked in, rightfully so, on Scherzer because you're going to the game. I can't wait to see the Gerrit Cole experience tonight. Because tonight's got 3 1/3 written all over it. Oh, it's too cold.
Here we go.
It's too cold. I couldn't grip the ball. It's too cold. Now, here's the interesting thing. Detroit's offense is worse than the Yankees' offense.
Man, Javi Baez
10 games in.
Javi Baez is on the injured list, so he's not playing today.
They scored 28 runs in their 9 games, right? So the offenses both suck. And if there's a game for Gerrit Cole to come out of after 5 1/3 with only a run or two scored, it's tonight.
Yeah, but what would you rather have happen tonight? The offense finally break through and Cole continues to struggle? Or, yeah, Gerrit Cole looks good, but the Yankee offense continues to be limp.
So what you're asking me is this. Do I want a 9-8 win or do I want a 2-1 win?
Yeah.
That's essentially what you're saying
I'm
to me,
asking
right?
you that, yeah.
Well, since I've already made up my mind that Gerrit Cole is no longer an ace, a 9-8 win will suffice, my friend.
I got to tell you, I think as a Yankee fan, I would lean towards give me the offense because this is now a trend of 172 games. The 162 from last year.
Right.
Let's include the wild card game. So it's 163 plus the 10 this year, where their offense has been subpar. Like, to me, this needs to be a top 5 offense in the American League at minimum. That's what they've always been. And so far this season, look at the run totals game to game to game. It's not acceptable. And tonight you're facing a guy who there's no shot you've ever heard of named Tyler Alexander.
Of course, Tyler Alexander.
Now, the first question on people's minds would be, well, who's Aaron Boone going to bench tonight?
Right.
Tyler Alexander happens to throw with his left arm? Uh-oh. Does that mean no Joey Gallo? Does that mean no Anthony Rizzo? Like, which worthy man is going to sit this evening? But then when Aaron Boone makes that lineup decision, they have to hit.
Dude, I know nothing about Tyler Alexander other than the fact that he sucks. His ERA is over 5. And if the New York Yankees can't hit Tyler Alexander, it's time to start considering some other options.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Who did they face this weekend against the Orioles? Is Bruce Zimmerman great now?
None of them are good.
So,
but at some point, you got to hit a bad pitcher. I mean, just the law of averages has to favor the Yankees, right?
That's
Plus,
why.
Oh, by the way, Aaron Judge is well rested.
Yes.
Thank God he got a day off before an off day. God, you don't want him out there playing too much.
That's why, despite how there's a part of me that agrees with you concerning the Gerrit Cole story, which is going to remain a story for a while, and each person's going to make up their own mind on when are they worried, how many starts does it take. My biggest worry is not him. My biggest worry is the fact their offense is picking up right where it left off. And here's what's happening, because I heard this on the radio station this morning. I heard it last night. Let's change this about the lineup. Let's do this. Let's do that. That is just rearranging the chairs of the Titanic. Like, who's leading off and who's batting fifth is overrated, dude. The guys in the lineup have to hit, period. You can hit Gleyber Torres 6th. You can hit him 2nd. You can hit him 9th. You can hit him 5th. Gleyber Torres has to get his head out of his ass and start hitting, period. Yeah. Joey Gallo can't just live on, well, he's hit the ball hard a lot. Well, they've got to fall in eventually. A few times they need to go over the fence. That's why Joey Gallo's here. He's not here just to draw walks. He's not here to hit the ball hard to shortstop. He's here to hit the ball over the fence.
Yeah.
And at some point, the Yankees have to hit. It's not about lineup construction. It's about performance.
Yeah, listen, who had the most hits in the last game for the Yankees? DJ LeMahieu, I think, had 2 hits, if I'm not mistaken, a couple days ago against Baltimore. That means he'll be out of the lineup tonight.
No, you can't sit DJ.
No.
You cannot sit DJ.
I happen to agree with you, but that's what we've been doing. Whoever had the best game sits out the next game.
Okay, then let's put you on the spot.
Which is so stupid and annoying to me. That being said, Evan, it's a fun night of baseball tonight.
Who should sit?
Because tomorrow night's all about basketball. Tonight, you have Gerrit Cole on the mound. You have Max Scherzer on the mound. Da 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 da.
As the Yankee fan around here, the biggest Yankee fan at this radio station.
Thank you.
Before you bitch about it, who should not play tonight? Name the guy.
They're going up against a lefty, right?
Yes.
So Gallo out.
So Gallo's your guy.
Gallo's out.
Sit his ass down.
Gallo, a good night, sir.
Okay.
Yes, 877-337-6666. Matter of fact, if Gallo got the chicken pox, I would not be upset about that either. Because you can't be near the team if you have the thing like that. Breaking news just in. The Brooklyn Nets star point guard Kyrie Irving
here we go.
has been fined, as we told you yesterday it would happen, $50,000 for giving the Boston Celtic fans the middle finger and using profane language, specifically the words SMD, BMFF, SAD, FMMF, FMMF, MFMF, FU. Yeah, so that's all of them right there.
Well worth the $50,000, right, Kai? Kai has had to pay a lot of money this year. I think he's okay with it.
Well, in comparison to the $18 million he forfeited because he didn't get vaccinated,
right.
An extra $50K, I guess, is club money. I don't know what it is. It's dog food money, whatever it might be, right? So that's some shams. So that's official now. But we get more of that obviously coming up tomorrow. 877-337-6666. Listen, you're a Yankee fan. Keep it real. What do you really think is going to happen with Gerrit Cole tonight? To me, he's the focus. I know the offense should be for a lot of you. The focus is on your ace, right? And if you're a Met fan, you got a double dipper today. I just love to hear your plans when you're going out to the ball game and how pumped you are to see Max Scherzer. Here's a bad night tonight, cold night, little windy, low 40s, and I think it's going to be 30,000 plus tonight. I really do. I think based on your resale market you were telling us about and the fact that you have a legitimate horse who you have not yet seen in person in your building, I think tonight's an event.
I agree.
I wish it was 60 degrees. But tonight's an event.
You know what's cool, though, about the weather? You know what's cool about the fact it's 45 degrees? It makes you think of October.
Does it?
And the reason you saw,
I don't play golf under 65 degrees. I don't sit in ballparks under 65
Game
degrees.
1 of the 2015 National League Championship Series was at Citi Field.
I
it was
there.
The New York Mets against the Chicago Cubs.
Yep.
I think it was 38 degrees at
but
game
I was
time.
in a suite.
Oh, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Those are my season tickets. I had a suite for that year.
Would you have been outside?
Absolutely not.
So even in a playoff atmosphere, you're out. You will not sit outside the cold.
No, dude. If it's under 60, I'm not going to be there.
I'm going to freeze my ass off tonight, and I'm sure there'll be a moment of the game in which I'm like, oh, God, this sucks. But the beauty of weather like this is it makes you think of October. And you know why Max Scherzer's here?
October.
Well,
you got to get there, though, kiddo. Let's see how it goes.
Well, of course you got to get there, but
it's
that's
been a while
the
since
dream.
You've been there, so.
That's the dream. I know. It's been 6 years.
Been a little bit.
Madison Bumgarner, Noah Syndergaard, October of 2016. I remember correct.
You didn't even have children the last time the Mets played a meaningful game in late October.
That's not true. My son was about a little less than a month old. He was just born. September of 2016. He was less than a month old, but yes. When the Mets played the Giants in the wild card game, I was technically a father.
All right, there you go. Well, listen, we'll get all your calls. Yankee fans and Met fans. Should be a fun day today on the radio. And, of course, fingers crossed, a fun night tonight with Gerrit Cole back on the mound against the Tigers and Max Scherzer making his Citi Field debut tonight at Citi Field.